p.m. Classic.
ESPN, the Total Sports Network, in association with Metro Sports, presents College Basketball 84. From the Brendan Byrne Arena in Meadowlands, New Jersey, the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame meet the Scarlet Knights of Rutgers.
Back at the Meadowlands Arena, Harry Callis along with Jim Gibbons, the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame and Rutgers. The officials tonight all from the ECAC. Joe Sylvester in the middle, John Hannon on the right, Brad Tracy on the left of your screen, and we're set for the opening tap. Notre Dame 14-6, Rutgers 8-11. The starting lineup for Rutgers. Their key man is Battle. He averages 20 points a game. We'll be watching him a lot tonight and see how they try to stop number 10 for Notre Dame. Rutgers will be trying to stop the Irish's top scorer, Tom Sluby. Number 33 averages 16.3 per game. This is the first meeting between the two schools, both deep in basketball tradition, but the first time they have met on a hard court. Here is Battle, and he puts Rutgers up 2-0 on the tap.
That's the one thing you don't want to have happen, Harry, especially when you're playing on the road, is that 3 seconds after the tip, they're ahead 2-0.
JoJo Buchanan to Dolan. Sluby baseline. Yes, by Tom Sluby, and we're tied at 2. He had an easy route to the basket.
It's going to be interesting to see what they do in terms of defense, because I think they're going to go into a 2-3 matchup most of the night.
Right now they're playing man, and Sluby has the assignment of Battle. There's Battle with the basketball. He'll pump from anywhere. No. Rebound comes down to Remley. Back out to Ellerby. Remley, good corner shooter.
Notre Dame playing a man-to-man. I thought they would start out in a man. We'll see if they change defenses a lot.
Ellerby from the corner, and it's 4-2. Rutgers.
They're going to jump right into their press right now, Harry. A 1-2-1-1. Just a kind of a containment. Look at, they're falling right back now, and let's see what kind of a defense they're going to put up again.
Irish have won 8 of their last 9 games. Overall 14-6, looking for a 20-win season. Notre Dame's last win was Digger Phelps' 250th as head coach.
See, they are playing a 2-3 zone, and they're matching up out of it.
Dolan trying to pass, I believe, knocked out of bounds, was last touched by Steve Perry. It'll be Notre Dame ball.
See, they do want to play a lot of zone, because there's a look at Digger Phelps now, back in the familiar kneeling position, but they want to play a lot of zone because they don't feel they match up real well underneath.
Inside Barlow, he is hacked. So Barlow will come to the line. Good feed inside. Notre Dame will try to pound it in, and the foul is called on Andra Bell. That'll be his first, the team's first.
See, I talked to coaches from both schools, and I've said this in the last few games, but it's important. The first 5 to 7 minutes are important, not so much in terms of time, but what the team does with the ball. What Notre Dame's going to do is to try to pound it inside and try to get Rutgers in foul trouble. What Rutgers wants to do is to play a matchup zone, force Notre Dame to shoot from the perimeter, because they don't feel that Notre Dame shoots well from the perimeter, and they want to take away the second and third rebounding efforts inside. So let's see which team accomplishes what they want to do.
Barlow is 78% free throw shooter, gets 1 out of 2, and it's 4-3 Rutgers.
Tom Sluby is guarding Battle. That's going to be an interesting matchup.
Battle right there over Sluby, an air ball picked up by Barlow. JoJo Buchanan coming the other way. Here's Sluby.
They're trying to take the inside away.
Kempton, baseline, air ball. Barlow rejected by Perry, but the ball comes out to Buchanan.
He's their best defensive forward and leads in block shots with 23, and there's a good indication of it. Look at how tight they're packing in that zone to take the inside away. Look at it. See, just watch the position of the white shirts. They're going to give him that shot.
Dolan takes it and makes it, and Notre Dame is up 5-4. A little pressure put on by Buchanan. He's man-to-man with Ellerby. Remley, Barlow has him. Battle is open off the screen. Yes, by John Battle. He has 4, and it's 6-5 Rutgers.
Well, they jump into a 1-2-2 set against a man-to-man and do a lot of down screening, and they're going to get that ball in Battle's hands, or they're going to get it in Ellerby's hands. Still in the matchup, Harry.
Dolan top of the key. Whistle. Traveling violation called on Sluby. It'll be Rutgers ball.
See, for our viewers, you've got two kinds of zones. If you pack it in, that means, as I said earlier, that they can't hit from the outside. But if you have a wide zone, it means you pressure on the outside and you're not worried about them getting it inside.
Tom Young in his 10th year as head coach of Rutgers. Previously, he was at American and Catholic U. Ball kicked out of bounds off the hand of Perry. It'll be Notre Dame ball.
Boy, a great back cut.
There you see the records this season. Young has enjoyed success here at Rutgers. In 10 years, he's taken them to 4 NC2As and 4 NITs, but having their first losing season in a long time this year.
See, there's one of the new roles for Jimmy Dolan. He's 6'8", and he's out on the top of the zone.
Great assist from Dolan to Kempton. The basket will go, and a foul is called. But Jim Dolan, who leads the Irish in assists, picks up another one.
Basket by Jim Kempton.
Hey, the reason he's out there is the guards on Rutgers are only, let's see, let me take a look. Battle is 6'2", and Ellerby is 6'1", so that puts a bigger player out there. He can see the floor better. It was a nice skip pass right inside to Kempton. He went up hard for the three-point chance.
Kempton, a 73% free throw shooter. Him averaging 9 4/10 points per game. Puts the Irish up by 2. We have 16.5 minutes left to play first half. Here's Battle all the way to the hole. Blocking foul on Dolan. He was not set. Good call by the official.
That is a good call. A few boos from the crowd, but that's an excellent call. Because as you said, that man has got to have those head and shoulders in front, and has to have that position, and he did not. He took the angle on Battle, and it was a good call. But that's the kind of action that he can create.
There's Tom Young, his 11th year at Rutgers.
Boy, only 2 teams in all the 11 years that haven't gone to postseason play, and that's not bad. 4 NCAAs and 4 NITs and a Final Four in '76.
Battle misses both free throws. Notre Dame a 2-point lead and the ball. Here's Kempton. Kempton right to the hole. He stopped right back out. Good ball movement by Notre Dame.
And now you see Sluby was out front on the top of the zone now. They're trying to get organized. JoJo Buchanan is out front now. Sluby's down in the shooting position of in the corner spot.
Buchanan off the rim. No, a whistle. Foul inside. It's going to be a pushing off foul called on Ken Barlow.
See, that's where Ken Barlow gets a lot of his rebounds and a lot of offensive second efforts, because he's on the weak side there and got the rebound there, but that time got caught for the shove.
With the score, Notre Dame 8 and Rutgers 6. We have a timeout on the court. Let's pause for these messages.
Darius Miles.
No question, Darius Miles.
Darius.
Find the sports car in the newest Mazda?
Zoom, zoom, zoom. Ha. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Yeah, zoom, 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 zoom. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Zoom, zoom,
the new 200 horsepower Mazda MPV.
Zoom, zoom.
Body of a minivan. Soul of a sports car.
It's the gift of a grandchild's laugh. It's the gift of a sister's advice. It's the holiday gift they'll really love. Time together. Thanks to Verizon Wireless.
Now get 3,500 total monthly minutes for just $35 monthly access on select digital plans, so you can call anyone, anywhere in the U.S. and talk all you want with nationwide long distance included. And get a free Motorola phone with activation after mail-in rebate.
So give your loved ones the gift they really want. You. Verizon Wireless. Join in.
So, set up a department meeting for tomorrow and put in a call to the client. Get them up to speed. Anything else?
Here's a thought. Instead of saving money by not using paper, we could just go to Staples.
Yeah, with Staples 365 savings, they compare prices and back it up with a 110% price match guarantee.
I like that. Jot that down.
Low prices on every item, every day. Staples 365 savings. Yeah, we've got that.
The bow. Resistance becomes strength. Becomes power. The power to change and reshape your entire body. This is Bowflex, an entire gem-in-one easy-to-use machine. So powerful, it delivers over 60 health club quality exercises with up to 410 pounds of resistance in any room in your home. Strength training with Bowflex is so effective that we guarantee you'll get the results you want in 6 weeks or less. One simple workout. 20 minutes a day, 3 days a week. You can target every area you want to work on. Upper body, abs, lower body, and even aerobic exercise. Bowflex is real. The results are real. And you can own one with no money down and payments as low as $33 per month. For a free video and brochure, call or go online at bowflexdirect.com. Do the research, listen to real customers, then place your order online and get started. Working out with Bowflex is easy and it's effective. You can get results like tighter abs, firmer legs, stronger arms, and a great chest without stepping foot into a gym.
When I first started, I was 280 pounds. Now I'm 246.
I mean, I've had my kids even say, Dad, your arms are looking bigger, your chest looks bigger.
Yeah, I started out at 215 pounds, and I got down to 160 pounds.
I lost 4 inches in my waist, gained like 2 inches in my chest.
My clothes fit me so much better. I feel good about myself.
I'm in better shape now at 50 probably than I was when I was in my 20s.
I'm just sorry I didn't find a Bowflex 40 years ago.
Take the Bowflex challenge and get the power to change your body in 6 weeks. Call right now for a free video and brochure. Bowflex, the power is yours.
Tonight on ESPN at 7:30, Sports Century profiles the late Florence Griffith Joyner. Then Wednesday night hockey with the Blues and Avalanche, followed by Sports Center at 11. On the Juice at 7:30, a college basketball doubleheader. First, Georgia Tech versus Maryland, followed by Memphis and Charlotte. Then, pardon the interruption, at 11:30. On ESPN Classic at 7:30, Sports Century profiles Bonnie Blair and Denny McLean. And at 9, the season with Arizona's college football team. And catch ESPN News anytime for scores and updates.
Digger Phelps winning his 250th game for the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame as head coach. And Notre Dame defeated Vermont on Monday. Irish 14-6 in a shot certainly at a 20-win season in an NC2A tournament bid. Ellerby's pass deflected out of bounds. It'll be Rutgers ball. Irish up by 2.
Notre Dame came out full court 1-2-2. They trapped every pass, did a pretty good job. Now on the side out of bounds here, they have gone into a zone for the first time. Watch the cutters going through, and you can tell that they're matching. Watch JoJo Buchanan if Battle passes and cuts through to see if he fouls him through.
Ball kicked by Tom Sluby. Notre Dame has never won a game here at the Meadowlands Arena. They are 0-2, having lost to Seton Hall in 1982 and Fordham last year. Conversely, the Notre Dame football team has never lost a game at Meadowlands Stadium. Ellerby battle, he's the man to watch. Sluby on him, right around Sluby. Shot, no. Rebound put up nicely by Andra Bell. And we're tied at 8 with 15:02 to play first half.
They asked about the keys for Notre Dame, and the first thing they said was rebounding. And that's where they've gotten beaten twice so far, because Rutgers has gotten a second shot.
Unusual because Notre Dame is 5th in the nation in rebounding margin, 8.4 over their opponents this year.
Look at how they're packing it in, way back in there. Look at the triple team on Barlow underneath, but they fall right back into the 3-second lane.
JoJo Buchanan, perfect. And the Irish back up by 2. Ellerby, he's their playmaker, the only returning starter from last year's team. It's really a rebuilding year for Rutgers.
Right. Notre Dame changed the defense to a man-to-man.
And it's Sluby on Battle. Here's that matchup. Battle looked like he might have dragged his pivot foot. No call, and the shot is made by the unlikely scorer, Andre Bell, who averages just 3.9 points per game. He's got 4 so far, and we're tied at 10.
A leading rebounder and very good defensive player, strictly a role player. He's only taken 56 shots, so that's got to be a plus when he hits from the outside. Again, look at the white shirts. 4 of them are standing in the 3-second lane. At one time, almost 4 of them.
Sluby will take that shot. Tom Sluby with 4, and Notre Dame back up by 2. Perry gets it right back out to Bell. Now in the hands of Battle, and he is wide open, but misses the shot, and Barlow the rebound. Some sort of a mix-up defensively, but Battle missed the easy 5-footer. Here's Sluby. Yes, by Tom Sluby has 6.
The more Notre Dame continues to hit from the perimeter, not that that was a perimeter shot, but the last 2 times against the zone, then you've got to start extending the zone. You extend it, and then you start pounding it inside, and that's just what Notre Dame's getting into the position to do.
Remley, now Perry. Ellerby, whistle inside, foul call. JoJo Buchanan over guarding Battle. Buchanan was on Battle on that particular possession. JoJo picks up his first, the team's 3rd.
The Battle was on the weak side that time, and what they do, as I said, is a lot of down screening and screening across, and they put on a screen for Battle, and he got held.
Ed Zucker, a very talented freshman, comes in, and also coming in for Rutgers now is Steve Brown, another freshman, 6 foot out of Trenton, New Jersey. And Zucker is a 6'7" freshman.
And playing very well, Harry. They're very high on that young man. He's been very consistent.
Battle is not in the lineup. Brown coming in for Battle. So they'll probably try to get a shot for Remley. There's a post shot. No, and Kempton the board and back out quickly to Tom Sluby. Sluby the jumper. Foul call that's going to be on Steve Brown.
Let's take a look. The one thing that continues to amaze me about him, Harry, I think we talked about it before, is he can really get his body under control, and he doesn't take that offensive charge by leaning into people. As fast as he's going, he still has the presence of mind to stop, get himself squared away, and get that shot away, and not lean in and get a charge at the same time.
Mark Peterson has just checked in for Rutgers. Peterson is a 6'9" freshman from Oak Hill, West Virginia. Remley coming back in, and Perry goes out. Sluby now with 7 points leads the Irish in scoring, averaging 16 3/10 points per game. 1 out of 2, and coming up with a board is Rutgers. Irish up by 5, 12-15 left to play first half. I think Rutgers is so used to seeing Battle take command and shoot when he's not in there, nobody can decide who's going to fire.
That's right. They're really having trouble getting organized, but Notre Dame has changed defenses again, and they're back into that zone, and now they're having trouble getting organized. One thing they do is a lot of what we call skip passing against zones. They just throw the ball from one side to another if they can. See, the hands up in the air, they're just sliding. They're probably matching, looking for the people in their area.
Get it into Peterson, a whistle, and Peterson walked with a basketball, so it'll be Notre Dame ball. Tom Young does not like the call, but a traveling violation called on Peterson, and with the score, Notre Dame 15 and Rutgers 10. Back with more great independent basketball after these messages.
Accidents can happen anytime. That's why Geico's here 24 hours a day, every day. Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
This Sunday on ESPN Classic.
Let's play some pool.
Find out how far a hustler will go.
I'm going to win 10 grand in one night.
To get his big break.
How can I lose?
Sometimes winning it all.
I'm the best there is.
Means losing everything.
Everybody wants a piece of me.
Paul Newman and Jackie Gleason star in a real classic, The Hustler. This Sunday night at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific, only on ESPN Classic.
When you've got a serious leak, it's time for Leak Ender 2000. It fixes any leak fast, no matter what's leaking. Just spray it with Leak Ender 2000, and in minutes, the leak is sealed. Look, we'll cut this garden hose with a knife, then shut off the water and spray on Leak Ender 2000. Minutes later, the hose is as good as new. The cut is sealed. Leak Ender 2000 is a unique compound that fills and seals any crack or separation as it hardens. Why put up with gushing gutters, dripping drains, wet windowsills, and rain-soaked RVs? Leak Ender 2000 stops all those leaks, and it's yours for only $14.95. Call now and we'll double your order. We'll send you this giant-size can at no extra charge. Order now.
To order, have your credit card ready and call toll-free 1-800-883-5995 or send check or money order for $14.95 plus $4 shipping to the address on your screen. Call now 1-800-883-5995.
Notre Dame up by 11, 25-14, 7:46 left to play in the first half. Once again, the Irish playing outstanding defense. Notre Dame's second in the nation in team defense. And be sure to join us on most of these stations next Wednesday night, February 15th, 8 o'clock Eastern Time. The Pittsburgh Panthers visit the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Join us all season long as Metro Sports brings you the excitement of great independent basketball. Jim Gibbons and Tom Denham sending that one your way on Wednesday night.
Notre Dame is 9 of 15. Tom Sluby 5 of 5 right now. Rutgers 7 of 13. John Battle 4 of 8. Tim Kempton 5 of 6 at the free throw line. 10 rebounds for Notre Dame and 4 for Rutgers.
Rutgers is so much a guard-oriented team that it's almost LRB in battle as far as the shooting is concerned. They just can't work the ball in low. When they get it in low, nothing good seems to happen.
No production from Perry and no production from Bell. Both averaging 4 points a game. Remley at 9, but it's a guard-oriented team, and if those two people are being shut down, you've got problems.
Here's Battle. He is tough to shut down. That one won't go, and again, Notre Dame's dominance on the board is clear as Kempton gets it out to Buchanan. Dolan right back to JoJo Sluby. He's going to be called for walking. Traveling violation on Sluby. Tom does not agree with the call by Joe Sylvester. But he'll lose that argument. Notre Dame up by 11.
You'll notice in the first couple of minutes, Rutgers got 1 or 2 second and third efforts on the offensive board. Since that time, I don't think they've had a second shot. It's been a one-shot game. One crack at it, it's either going in or Notre Dame is getting the rebound.
Inside, Peterson right back out to Riggins. Riggins puts it up and in does Eric Riggins. That's his first points. Riggins, a freshman, 6'8" from Passaic, New Jersey. 25-16, Notre Dame by 9.
See, that's better now because they're fronting Kempton inside. That's the first time that they've got Peterson is now playing in front of him rather than letting him get the inside position. That was pretty good. See, they're still zoning.
Sluby open for the shot. Perfect by Tom Sluby, and Sluby has 13. Notre Dame by 11. Oh, what a senior season Tom Sluby has had for the Irish. Reagan stopped by Kempton right back out.
Rutgers is trying to do some picking and screening that works against that man offense, but when they're matching, so you can see JoJo Buchanan and the rest of them talking to each other and shuffling players through. Watch. Now Dolan's coming across. Now watch Dolan's picking up the other man that just ran inside. They're just switching men. And Rutgers is accomplishing nothing against the sea, and all they're doing is burning time off the clock. Now Sluby picked up the man that just posted inside.
There's Battle. He'll probably put it up eventually on this possession. The other players appear to be reluctant shooters.
Hey, look at Kempton at 6'10", and Barlow. Look at the two big men on Notre Dame that were out in front at that one particular instance. Now Kempton is going back down. See, they're doing a very good job of confusing Rutgers.
Perry Perry for the short jumper. Finally, they get him free, and Perry has his first points. Notre Dame by 9. 5 minutes left to play, first half.
I'll give them credit. They were patient. They wound up getting a good shot, but it's just that you can't burn that much time off the clock for the rest of the game. But they did get a good shot and hit it, which is more important.
Barlow baseline. Nope. Rebound by Battle. Chipped out to Perry. Rutgers coming hard the other way. Ellerby. Peterson. Inside. Perry. What a shot by Steve Perry. Notre Dame's lead trimmed to 7 on a miracle by Perry.
Steve Perry, 27-20.
Almost a bad pass by Ellerby, Harry, because he tried to put the ball in the hands of Mark Peterson, who's 6'9", and he almost traveled with it.
Kempton baseline. Short jumper. Barlow, the offensive board. Traveling violation on Barlow. It'll be Rutgers' ball. Bigger Phelps off the bench, and the Rutgers crowd getting into the game.
Exactly. A little bit of the momentum changing right now on the turnover. If they can get a basket here, if they're patient, there's the turnovers. Notre Dame 4 and Rutgers 3. Now I'd really be patient again and not fire up a bad one, because this is a big 2 points right now.
Ellerby hits Battle, who's 3. John Battle, he has 10.
He's hurt. He's hurt.
22.
John Battle and Ken Barlow just really tripped all over one another. Tom Young is really upset about it, but it was really, I had my eye right on it and caught the whole thing. He went up for the shot, came down, and he and Kenny got their feet mixed in, and that's the bad. He's had surgery already, and let's see if we could catch it.
Well, right after this break, more great independent basketball with a score 27-22 Notre Dame right after these messages.
The average American household was carrying almost $8,000 in credit card debt, just making minimum payments. It would have taken most families 47 years to pay that debt off. Then, the unthinkable happened. Now these families are swimming in a sea of red ink. That's where Profina comes in. Profina is one of America's largest, most experienced credit counseling services. And Profina is nonprofit. Just get your bills together and call one of their financial experts. They'll help you build a new budget, and then they'll work with your creditors to lower your payments. You can save hundreds of dollars a month, and without putting your home at risk. And during this time of crisis, Profina is redoubling efforts to help American families. It's not a loan. It's not a handout. It's a way to work yourself back where you belonged. Because we have better things to do with our red ink. Profina. Rebuilding America's economy, one family at a time.
What's that? Alarm. It's the alarm. What's going on?
Oh,
the keypad. I'll check the keypad. It's the back door. Get by the phone.
Hello?
This is Jim from Brinks Home Security. Is everything all right?
I don't know. The alarm just started going off.
I'll notify your police department.
Thank you so much.
Brinks Home Security protected this family, and they can protect yours, too. The Brinks award-winning state-of-the-art monitoring center can signal theft, fire, or medical emergencies 24 hours a day. Brinks Home Security starts with a free personal security analysis that allows us to custom tailor the system for your home. Call now and we'll install a Brinks Home Security system for just $99, including a security keypad that provides a quick link to our monitoring center. As a special offer, we'll install a second keypad free. That's a $125 value. You also get the security of the Brinks name.
Thank you, officer.
Come on, honey. Everything's okay.
Brinks Home Security, dedicated to fast response and peace of mind 24 hours a day. Call now.
Tired of spending too much time chopping vegetables? Fed up with those complicated food processors? Wish you could spend more time dining and less time whining? Well, now you can. Introducing the Quick Chop, the fast and easy way to chop, mince, slice, and dice with just a tap. Look, place your favorite vegetable under the Quick Chop, give it a tap, and you've got finely shredded cabbage for delicious coleslaw. Tap again and chop carrots and celery in an instant for a tasty stir-fry. Or add potatoes for one-tap home fries the kids will love. Hey, garlic can be a pain to prepare, but not with the Quick Chop. You can even leave the peel on. Just give it a tap. Easily remove the peel, and you're left with fresh garlic, peeled, chopped, and ready to use. Amazing! Here's the magic. The second you tap down, 6 carbon steel blades slice your food perfectly. Then, as they retract, they cleverly rotate. So the next time you tap down, the blades chop in a completely different area. Just tap the Quick Chop for sliced onions on a burger. Tap again and you've got diced onions, great for soups and stews. Tap again and enjoy finely minced onions with no tears, an ideal topping for chili. Quick Chop is faster than a knife and easier than a processor. And when you're done, just run it under the faucet. It's great for pecans, almonds, and walnuts, and even strong enough to crush ice. Call now and receive the amazing Quick Chop for only $19.99. But wait, there's more. We'll also include this amazing folding chopping board free. Use your Quick Chop right on top. Then fold the board and funnel your ingredients right into the pan with no mess and no waste. Yours free. And here's a super value. If you call right now, we'll double your order. You get a second Quick Chop and a second folding chopping board absolutely free. Together, they're a $60 value. All yours for only $19.99. Call now.
Call and order the amazing Quick Chop for $19.99 as a special TV offer. We'll double your order while supplies last. To get shopping, call 1-800-462-2112. You must be 18 years of age or older to call.
In recognition of Black History Month, ESPN salutes African-American athletes who have impacted the world of sports. I'm John Anderson, ESPN.
Tune into ESPN Classic Friday night at 9 Eastern for an instant classic. Georgetown and Notre Dame's 4-overtime thriller from last Saturday. See the Irish and the Hoyas battle and battle and battle in a critical Big East matchup only on ESPN Classic.
Back at the Brendan Byrne Arena, here is how Battle was injured. You can see he's in pain as Barlow falls on him, certainly unintentionally. But Battle is on the bench now. Coach Tom Young there. I think he's going to be all right.
Yeah, he stepped, I thought maybe it was the knee, Harry, but he stepped right on his ankle, and that young man,
he was ready to go back in. Here's a comparison of the teams. And of course, the biggest edge for Notre Dame has been the rebound margin, 5th in the nation in that department, 8.4, whereas Rutgers is -3 in the rebound margin.
And that's the answer to tonight's game.
27-22, the Irish by 5, 3:47 left to play first half. Battle's all right. He is not in the lineup now, but he is at the scorer's table ready to check in at the earliest moment.
Zone defense for Rutgers. Barlow and Kempton posted in down low. Dolan out on the point. Sluby, now they're going to try to pull them out. Sluby's going to hold on to the ball with 3:25 left to see if they can pull him out of the zone. They're still in it.
Notre Dame moving it around. Sluby, the fake. He's going to be called for the walk. Sluby not happy with the call. Many officials, when you fake, you can have your feet just stone still, but if you fake, they're going to call travel.
And you know, you didn't see it, and I did. Digger Phelps just said to Tom Sluby, don't give him the head and shoulder fake. Just go ahead and put it up.
27-22 inside. Foul called on Dolan. The pass inside to Riggins, and Dolan picks up his second personal foul.
Sure, now watch the screen coming over on the far side down in the lower part of your screen. Right there, and there's the reach through right there now. He may have gotten him with the body, but let me tell you, he had the hand on the top of the ball all the way. But it's easy for me to sit here and watch it on the replay. Notre Dame got out of its matchup and went into a man-to-man that time, and Rutgers went right into its offense.
Notre Dame making their first substitution of the night. Joe Howard coming in. JoJo Buchanan is out. Howard of basketball and football fame, of course, leading Irish receiver the last 3 years. Eric Riggins, the 6'8 freshman, shooting a pair. Not that one, he'll get one more. Riggins is just a 43% free throw shooter.
That's 15 to 35 coming in.
Better field goal percentage shooter than he is free throw shooter. Yeah, 1 out of 2. Notre Dame's lead trimmed to 4. 2:51 to play first half. Sluby strong to the basket. It's not going to count. He was fouled by Battle. Battle picking up his first foul, and Sluby will come to the line. He'll be shooting 1-1. Tom with 13 already.
That's not bad. And Sluby's the kind of a player that has the green light from Digger. See, they had like a 1-3-1 full court press on. Tom knew that Notre Dame had an advantage, He was willing to go ahead and gamble on it, and he just went up and got fouled in the process.
Louis shooting 1-on-1. Rebound, Dolan gets it back out. Joe Howard will set it up. Sluby rejected by Perry, but there's Dolan again. Joseph Price.
They're moving real well in that zone. There's some teams that just stand in that zone with no movement, but they're doing a great job.
Ball kicked out. Foul called on Sluby, his second. Sluby picking up his second personal foul. It'll be a shooting foul.
Now let's just take a look and see if we can catch the elbow, because he said he went out with it. There it was with the right elbow. The official went out and used his left, but we saw the right elbow. That simply means that one player is putting another at a disadvantage, and that's not a bad call. It's one thing to go down on the floor for a ball, but if you put the other player at a disadvantage, it has to be called.
Bigger Phelps has seen his Irish with an 11-point lead here in this half. It's dwindled down to 4, and at the free throw line is Perry shooting 1-and-1. He'll get the bonus. Perry with 5 points, better than his per-game average, which is only 4.3. He's not particularly a good foul shooter either, 43%.
The amazing thing is he's only shot 21 free throws all year in 19 games. Now that's unusual for a forward.
Doesn't get the roll. Foul's going to be called on Riggins reaching over the top. So Notre Dame will shoot at the other end with 2:19 left to play in the first half.
Young didn't like that very much at all. It's one of those things you really can't fault a young man for doing it, because your instinct is to go to the board and try to get the rebound, and he just climbed Kempton's back. Tom Young was very unhappy about it, because if he hits the first and hits the second, then you've got 2 points without even working at it at the other end, when you had a chance to pick up both of them right here and only made one.
Kempton, who has 9 points, now has 10. Tim, a good free throw shooter. He is 6 for 7 tonight, 73% on the year.
He makes this, and what it turns around is into a 3-point play, because the missed one down at this end, if he makes both here, you've got a 3 points.
Kempton with 11, 7 of them from the free throw line. Irish up by 5.
There's a 2-2-1, full court press by Notre Dame. Let's see how they attack it. Not bad.
Get it back into the hands of Battle. John Battle, who has 10. Ellerby now with the basketball. Riggins, a freshman.
They want to stay right with it now, because you've only got 2 minutes and you're only down 5, but you don't want to make a couple of mistakes, have Notre Dame score a couple more, and it's up into double. There's this cross pass that I was talking about. They call it a skip pass from side to side.
Thrown right into the hands of Dolan, and the Irish come the other way. Howard down to Joseph Price in the lane. Rejected. Battle for the ball. Kempton comes down with it. Foul called on Perry, and that's Perry's second. And again, Tim Kempton will go to the line.
Now, this is just simply a 6'10" man. Watch, Price took a bad shot. He thought he got fouled, but he almost charged. He thought he got fouled there, and he committed the charge. Watch this. 3 players are standing there flat-footed practically. Tim Kempton just reached right over above all 3 of them and got that rebound.
Kempton is spending his night here at the Meadowlands at the free throw line. He's 7 out of 8. He has 11 points and shooting 1-and-1.
I think if you go back to the last 2 or 3 games that we have done, he's spent a great deal of time at the free throw line, hasn't he?
I think Tim has really come around this season. He's showing his muscle inside.
And Digger is really happy about it. The young man has taken a lot of criticism. Some of it's been unfair, but when you're shooting that many free throws, that means you're active, and that's what he's been the last 3 or 4 games.
Just John Battle got tired of seeing his teammates stand around for the rebound. He went up aggressively for that one, did number 10, the outstanding guard for Rutgers.
Notre Dame is zoning him, trying to get him to hit from the perimeter if they can.
Peterson nearly traveled, did not. Gets it back out.
They're just going to try to close up that middle and see if they can get him to take one from outside.
Riggins, nope. There's Kempton with another board. Out to Joseph Price. Irish up by 6. And Dolan will set it up. Price trying to work it inside. Stolen by Perry. Here's Battle. Watch him. Battle fouled by Price. Price picks up his first, and Battle will come to the line.
Now for you youngsters, watch this. He gets fouled. Let's see if he's going to give him a 1-and-1 or 2. But watch now. After he gets fouled, he lets his hands go up in the air to pretend like he was going to take the shot at the basket. So I'm anxious now to see whether that official is going to give him the 1-and-1 because he was really fouled out near the free throw line on the dribble, or if he's going to give him 2. 1-and-1.
1-and-1 for Battle. Checking back in is Chris Remley for Rutgers, and also in for the first time is Mike Brown, a 6'10 freshman from Wilmington, Delaware. Battle has not been able to connect on a free throw. 0 for 3 from the foul line. The Irish still up by 6 with 38 seconds to play first half.
He's a 75% free throw shooter. Now let's see if they get the one last shot with 30 seconds left.
I would think they would hold for one.
Unless they get something right underneath. If they sneak somebody behind the back of the zone. Joseph Price is on a corner. Kempton's down low. They're going to try to spread it out. The one thing you don't want to do is to wait too long to get your offense going. So many teams stand around waiting for that last shot, and then all of a sudden the time burns away and they don't get a thing out of it. You got to get something going soon enough.
Sluby, perfect by Tom Sluby, who has 15. Mid-court shot won't go, and that is the end of the first half from the Meadowlands. With the score, Notre Dame 32 and Rutgers 24. Back with our halftime features in a moment.
They have a story to tell, and they tell it in song. TV Music for You presents Once Upon a Song. 34 great hits performed by the world's best-loved musical storytellers.
Wake up, Maggie, I think I got something to say to you. I learned the truth at 17, that love was meant for beauty queens. And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man on the phone. Freedom is just another word for nothing left to lose.
Once Upon a Song brings you over 2 hours of classic story songs by the artists who made them famous.
Some gal would giggle and I'd get red, and some guy'd laugh and I'd bust his head. I'll tell you, life ain't easy for a boy named Sue.
I heard my mama cry. I heard her pray the night Chicago died. That's the night that the lights went out in Georgia. I knew a man, Bojangles, and he danced for you. Mama told me let's go.
The devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal. He was in a bind because he was way behind and he was willing to make a deal.
Today, Billy Joe McAllister jumped off the Tallahatchie Bridge. You see, I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain.
The day my mama socked it to the Harper Valley PTA.
We may as well go on, 'cause I did on my own.
Once Upon a Song on 2 cassettes or 2 CDs. This offer is not available in stores, so order now. Call this toll-free number now to order Once Upon a Song. 2 cassettes, $21.99. 2 CDs, $26.99, plus shipping and handling. Have your credit card ready and call now.
Before this year's Daytona 500, celebrate the life of Dale Earnhardt on ESPN Classic.
The faster he could go, the better he seemed to enjoy.
From Intimidator.
You want to see what you're made of.
To Family Man.
He was a sentimental fool.
Discover the real Man in Black.
He literally had no fear.
Dale Earnhardt. Sports Century, 8 p.m. Friday on ESPN Classic.
Rutgers is being led as expected by their 20-point per game scorer, John Battle. He has 10. Steve Perry with 5. Andra Bell with 4. Brian Ellerby with 2. And Riggins with 3. And surprisingly, a good shooter who hasn't fired many shots, Chris Remley, was held scoreless in the first half. He did not attempt a field goal.
It is amazing, and it's amazing, especially from the standpoint that Notre Dame, for most of the first half, was in that matchup defense, which means the perimeter shot is available, but he just didn't have an opportunity to take. I shouldn't say he didn't have the opportunity, he just chose not to take any. And you match that along with Ellerby only taking 2 shots. So between the two of them, the 3 scorers they've got, obviously, are Ellerby and Battle and Remley.
Notre Dame trying to win this one tonight and 5 more to reach the 20-win mark, and that's the schedule they must face. DePaul, the number 2 team in the nation, at home. Pittsburgh at home. Brigham Young at Provo, a tough road game. Manhattan also away. Marquette at the Athletic and Convocation Center, and Dayton on the road. Dayton tough in their place. The official stats have shown that Rutgers did, in fact, have more than 4 rebounds. They had 7, but Notre Dame had 19 to outboard Rutgers by a dozen in the first half. Notre Dame will initiate play by inbounding Tom Sluby right in front of our broadcast position. Into Dolan, and here's Sluby, who has 15 at halftime. Irish up by 8. Same 5 that started the game in for Notre Dame. Same 5 that started the game in for Rutgers.
Now they're in a box and 1. A box and 1 with Sluby being played man-to-man.
Barlow puts the Irish up by 10.
Now let's see what Notre Dame does. Man-to-man.
Buchanan is on Battle. They are heading a shoving match. Remley takes his first field goal attempt. Rebound tipped out by Perry, but here's Sluby. Tom loses control, wisely brings it back out. Dolan, good. Speed to Captain Jim Dolan with another assist, and the Irish up by 12.
And he had only 2 points in the first half, but 4 assists, and there's his 5th one right there. That's why he's leading the team in assists.
Dolan only took 3 shots in the first half.
Right.
Open for the shot is Andra Bell, and Bell makes it good. He has 6 points. The Irish up by 10.
Let's keep an eye on the defense now and see if they are playing a box. Ellerby is guarding Sluby all over, but I think the others are zoning. See, he's chasing Sluby all over, and the 4 other players are playing in a zone.
Barlow, perfect by Ken Barlow. He has 5, 4 of them in this half, and Notre Dame back up by a dozen. 18:20 left to play. Ellerby right around Sluby. A good move by Brian Ellerby. Ellerby with 4. Notre Dame's lead is 10 as the teams trade baskets here in the second half. The Irish led by 8 at the half.
An obvious statement, but if he could ever turn on like that to go along with Battle, that'd make it tough, much tougher defensively for Notre Dame.
Tom Sluby, Barlow tipped the rebound, but out to Ellerby, and Rutgers coming hard. Here's Ellerby right around Sluby, hard off the glass, and JoJo Buchanan the board. Sluby the other way. Foul's going to be called on Sluby. Digger does not like the call. Didn't think Battle had set himself, but Sluby picks up his 3rd foul.
Hey, Tom Sluby knew. Watch, see. The defensive player had the great angle on him, and Tom Sluby knew that he had made a mistake as soon as he let that ball go, because he knew he should have held it up and turned around for the trailer and gotten an easy layup on the trail.
So Sluby with 3 personal fouls, a 10-point Notre Dame lead. Battle from outside, off the front of the rim, an offensive board for Perry. Back up, yes, by Steve Perry. He has 7. Notre Dame's lead is 8. 17-13 left to play.
Ellerby is still guarding Sluby, after the others are still zoning. That's pretty good. I'll be anxious to see how Notre Dame attacks it now.
Pass stolen. Here's Battle coming hard. Basket's going to go, and he's fouled by Buchanan.
You know, you can tell before that young man got hurt that he was jet quick, but he still isn't able to leap enough. Now, look at he just put on the jets and went right between the 2 Notre Dame players, Barlow and Buchanan. And, boy, he went right to the basket and has a chance for a 3-point play. But you can see that arthroscopic surgery that he had on January 16th has slowed him down a little in terms of his leaping ability and his penetrating ability. But he still had 10 at halftime, and he's averaging 20 a game.
Evidently, they gave that foul to Barlow. I thought sure it was on Buchanan, but evidently they gave it to Barlow. And a 3-point play by Battle. Battle now with 13, and Notre Dame's lead is down to 5. 16:45 left to play. Ball knocked out of bounds by Rutgers. Tom Sluby is on the bench. Joseph Price coming on. And now Joe Howard checking in for JoJo Buchanan.
See if we can get a shot of the Notre Dame bench, because Skip Meyer, the trainer, has got an ice pack on Tom Sluby's left leg. Remember I said in the first half that he got hit in the thigh? That's why he's sitting on the bench right now, because that leg must be bothering him. And Joseph Price has come in, and he'll have to hit from the outside.
Jim Dolan.
That was Jim Dolan.
Dolan with 4. Notre Dame back up by 7 with 16:20 left to play.
And Notre Dame's matching. They got out of that man-to-man. Oh, good cut by Perry right through. See, that's what you've got. There's the Remley finally.
Remley from outside, only his second shot of the night, and he makes it to get his first points. Notre Dame by 5.
He is a streak shooter, and boy, that would really help in terms of defense, because it would force Notre Dame to spread that matchup out. Then they could pound it inside a little bit more if they wanted to, or at least give Battle more room to work inside. Now they're playing their zone. Both teams zoning.
Joe Howard deals off to Barlow. Now by Ken Barlow. Barlow is 7 points, 6 of them this half. Notre Dame back in front by 7.
That's the sign of a good team, because Tom Sluby and Tim Kempton absolutely dominated the first half, and now Ken Barlow and Jim Dolan are getting on fire, and that's when you've got the sign of a good club, when different people can take their turn turning on.
Battle thought Remley was going to come back for the ball. He did not. A turnover for Rutgers, and we have a timeout on the court. With 15-16 left to play, the score Notre Dame 42 and Rutgers 35. More great independent basketball after these messages.
What you want? I want my kid's name on the donors list.
I've done everything I can do. I'm sorry.
This Friday,
This is going to end up bad for you, John.
give a father no options.
They're telling me I gotta take my son home and watch him die.
Leave him no choice.
Police will do whatever is necessary for these hostages.
Are you praying?
Yes, I'm praying.
I got a shot at this guy and I'm gonna take it.
Denzel Washington,
I am not gonna bury my son.
John Q.
How's it going to end, John?
I don't know.
Rated PG-13. Starts Friday.
It's a day of the best action in Iowa sports history, only on ESPN Classic. Your favorite Iowa teams, your favorite Iowa players. Classic Iowa starts at 1 p.m. Eastern, noon Central, Saturday, February 23rd, only on ESPN Classic.
Now the pitch, and a high fly ball hit the right field. It is fairly deep. It's way back by the wall. It's a home run! A home run! The next one ball game.
Hold on a vacation your family will always remember. Arkansas, the natural state. For your own free Arkansas vacation planning kit, call today.
Notre Dame up by 7 with that much time remaining. Harry Callis along with Jim Gibbons with great help here at our booth from A.D. Lorraine Rattani, statistician Steve Boyd, and excellent help from John Heisler as well, assistant SID at Notre Dame. You see that the Irish are ranked second in the nation in team defense behind Pete Carrill's Princeton Tigers, 54.2 points their opponents average per game.
The amazing thing about it is that Princeton is generally a slow-down team, right? You've probably seen them more than I.
Well, they're a very patient team. Pete Carrill believes in a very tough man-to-man defense. They play it all the time, and they play it very well. Fouls going to be called. It's on Remley. For Remley, that will be his third. The reason I say that is it's unusual for a team that plays primarily man to be a leader in defense. Usually a zone play.
Exactly. Burning the time off the clock. Digger just called Tim Kempton over to the bench and asked him if he would please turn the ball over to Joe Howard instead of trickling it down the floor, and I think Tim got the message.
Tom Sluby still on the bench with 3 personal fouls, leads the Irish in scoring, 15, all of them in the first half, however.
Rutgers seems to be doing a little better job of cutting off the inside in the zone this half. They're doing a much better job of shifting inside.
Joseph Price won't go. Battle on the boards. A whistle. Foul inside. It's going to be on Jim Dolan. Digger does not like the call, but Dolan picks up his 3rd personal foul, the 3rd team foul for Notre Dame in this half.
Well, the reason Digger's shaking his head is not only because he didn't like the call, he wasn't very objective about it, but the official that made the call was standing near the 10-second line, and there was another official standing about 2 feet away from the play.
Battle gets the jumper away. Battle now with 15, and Notre Dame's lead is 5.
He's a tremendous leaper, and that's why they said he can get that shot away. He really skied that time. I noticed him. Remind me a lot of Jackson from DePaul.
Tony Jackson, tough to block their jumpers. Gets so far off the floor.
They're going to sit right back in that zone and make Notre Dame hit from the outside. And that's not bad right now because they're within striking distance. See, they're much more conscious of Kempton. 2 people looking for him all the time, getting around in front of him more.
Joe Howard fouled by Ellerby. Ellerby picks up his first, the team's 2nd in this half. Sluby's going to check back in.
Good head and shoulder fake. That's what teams have to do every once in a while. There it is, no doubt about it. Got him right over the back and got him with the body and the arm. But sometimes when things aren't happening against zones, it's because you're standing around too much and just passing the ball around the perimeter. And you'll hear coaches like we did here that one time in the Marquette game where Rick Majerus was yelling, penetrate, create action so that you get the zone to try to move, then you make that pass off.
Ed Zucker coming back in for Rutgers, the freshman. Howard getting a pair. We'll try it one more time. He's a 61% free throw shooter. Joe averages 4 9/10 points per game. That's 1 out of 2, and the Irish are up by 6. 13:40 left to play.
Notre Dame is in a man-to-man.
Joe Howard, the quick hands, took it away from Battle. And another quick hand by Kempton, but it's kept alive by Zucker. Whistle. Foul on Dolan, and for Jim Dolan, that is his 4th personal foul. For Dolan in foul trouble.
Wow, some great reactions right here and some great hands. Number 1 right there by Howard. That you usually don't get away with. Another slap by Dolan, which was good. Kempton got a slap, which was legal right there. But Zucker was right there. Boy, that's pretty good reaction on the part of both teams.
Good reaction. Dolan gets a tough foul, and that's his 4th foul, and he is out of the Notre Dame lineup. Barlow back in. Battle.
Set play for Battle.
Battle with 17. Notre Dame's lead is down to 4. 13:11 left, and a foul will be called on Zucker. His first, the team's 3rd in this half.
It's rather obvious to me that Rutgers is a much, much better club when you play a man-to-man against them and you let them run their offense. You're in trouble. It's the perimeter shooting that they have the problems with, and that's why Notre Dame has been zoning them most of the night.
Get the ball into the hands of Joe Howard, who easily breaks the pressure. Notre Dame sets up offensively with a 4-point lead. The Irish led by 8 at halftime.
They're not playing the box and 1 against Sluby now. They're playing a straight 2-3 matchup, and let's see if Zucker is on his side. Let's see how conscious he is of Sluby.
Joseph Price. Here's Sluby.
Yeah, they've got to get somebody out there to challenge him.
They know Howard is not going to take too many shots from the top of the key.
They'll probably give it to Howard, and they'll probably give it to Price. Let's see if Joseph takes it. Very good.
Takes and makes. Price has his first field goal, his first points, and Notre Dame back up by 6.
He's a lot like Remley in that he's a streak shooter. If Joseph Price gets hot, that's going to put a lot of pressure on Rutgers.
Battle, nobody there to get the rebound. Battle does, and he's fouled by Barlow as Notre Dame just vacated underneath the basket.
Well, I'll tell you, if you want to put together a clinic on rebounding, they say anytime you're doing a decent job of rebounding, see right there where he held him right there, Barlow did, that the ball should fall to the floor. That's why coaches practice that in practice. But that time it fell to the floor, but the person that was responsible for Battle failed to stay into his body, and he just did the right thing and went right to the board and got the ball.
Rutgers bringing back into their lineup number 32, Mike Brown. Battle, air ball. Reaching over is Ellerby. Ellerby reached over Joe Howard trying to get the rebound, and Ellerby gets the foul, his second, the team's fourth in this half.
Rutgers foul committed by Brian Ellerby, second.
And we're going to have a timeout on the court with 11:59 left to play. Notre Dame up on Rutgers by 6, 45-39. Back right after these messages.
What's up, Mr. Foster?
I go in for a PC, I come out with a migraine. You ask for this, all they have is that. Makes your head spin.
Well, your computer quandary is easily solved by the folks at Dell. Just call or go online. They'll help you figure it out, so you know what you're getting and what you're getting it for.
So none of this?
Nope, just the perfect PC for you at the right price for you.
Oh, I'm feeling better already.
Good.
Steven, isn't this your father's car?
No.
Right now, a complete Dimension desktop with an Intel Pentium 4 processor delivering performance where you need it most is just $7.99. There's great deals on notebooks, too. And why wait? Because for a limited time, there's no payments for 90 days.
You're gonna say it, aren't you?
Oh, he knows.
Easy to buy, easy to own, easy as Dell. Dell PCs use Intel Pentium 4 processors.
How did you sleep last night? Did you toss and turn or lie awake for hours only to wake up this morning stiff and groggy? If you're not sleeping well, don't settle for a mattress that promises better sleep but doesn't deliver. The key to better sleep is the Sleep Number bed by Select Comfort. Select Comfort carefully studied the science of sleep before designing this revolutionary bed. Hard metal coils can poke and prod your body, causing you to toss and turn. Foam, like a sponge, can break down over time. But the Sleep Number bed conforms to your neck, back, and hips for more proper support.
With the Sleep Number bed, the support to the spine is natural. There's nothing more natural than air.
The secret is patented air chamber technology that lets both of you adjust the firmness of the bed to your exact preference, your Sleep Number. Once the bed is set to your own level of comfort and support, you'll experience fewer painful pressure points, so you'll get more of the deep recuperative sleep you need. All of this can be yours with the simple touch of a button. This is the only bed clinically proven to improve sleep quality and relieve back pain. Call now. We'll rush you this free brochure and video, and you'll learn more about Select Comfort's state-of-the-art sleep-on-air technology.
The innerspring bed, of course, would develop a divot in the middle.
It starts to sink pretty quickly, and this one doesn't.
It was amazing. It was like sleeping on a cloud.
We're so sure the Sleep Number bed can help you sleep better, we guarantee it. It cost about the same as an innerspring mattress, yet in abuse tests, the Sleep Number bed was more than twice as durable. Independent clinical studies conducted at Stanford and Duke universities showed that participants fell asleep faster and experienced a better quality sleep. Don't be fooled by cheap imitations. There's only one authentic Sleep Number bed. And only Select Comfort was ranked #1 by Furniture Today 2 years running.
Call 1-800-896-1441 for your free video and brochure. In it will include complete details about this revolutionary bed and our 30-night in-home trial. Don't delay. Call 1-800-896-1441. Call now.
I knew we didn't have enough life insurance. Now I can afford what I need for my family.
We made one call and saved hundreds of dollars. We could put that money toward college.
The person I spoke to really helped us through the process. It was so easy.
Yeah, no hard sell. Just, okay, let's see what you need, then we'll find a policy for you.
We're Zurich Direct, part of Zurich Financial Services Group, over $206 billion strong. And through Zurich Direct, you could save up to 70% on term life insurance. Call now for a free quote. We'll help you decide just how much life insurance you need, and we could save you up to 70%.
We got a $300,000 policy for Mark for just $26 a month.
And that's a lot less than we were paying before.
Call Zurich Direct now for your free quote. It's easy. There's no obligation. Just savings up to 70% on the right policy for you. Zurich Direct, the way life should be. Call now 1-888-566-TERM.
Notre Dame by 6 with 11:59 left to play in this game. Irish led by 8 at halftime.
Notre Dame in the second half, 6 of 8 right now, and Rutgers 7 of 12. Both teams shooting very well. John Battle is 3 of 6, and Ken Barlow, as I said, he and Dolan took up the slack for Sluby, 3 for 3 from the floor. Free throws pretty even, 1 of 2 and 1 of 1. The rebounds have evened out a lot more this half. Well, there's the rebounding margin that we talked about in terms of Notre Dame. I can understand why Georgetown would be on top, couldn't you?
Patrick Ewing, no question about it.
And there's your
Northeastern.
St. Joe team that's
St. Joe's of
upset
Philadelphia that upset DePaul. Last night, of course, Auburn.
Amazing thing about the second half is that right now Rutgers has 3 rebounds to Notre Dame's 2. That's how much it's turned around. There's the full court press. Oh, he wants a timeout. Yep, and he gave it to him.
Calls a timeout using one of Notre Dame's 3 timeouts.
Look at
because
Digger.
they had trouble inbounding the ball, and Digger not happy with using a timeout under those circumstances.
Ms. Prager, please call Mrs. Hoyt at the bank regarding your account. This is Shay's department store calling for Ellen Prager.
There's only one way to escape the torment of debt. You must get out of debt.
Miss Prager, I really need to speak with you.
The Amerix Debt Management System is the best solution. Gather your bills and call this number. Amerix has arrangements with over 50,000 banks and other creditors to reduce your monthly payments instantly. It's not another loan. It's not bankruptcy. It's debt relief in just 30 minutes on the phone. And it's free. If bill collectors are calling you, get your bills and call now to speak with an Amerix-approved credit management agency. The Amerix Debt Management System is the best solution. You know how hard it is to be in debt. Now see how easy it is to find a way out.
Hi, Billy Mays here for Grip Wrench, the one tool with the power to do it all. Use it around the house for fixtures and fittings or opening up that stubborn jar. Whether you're in the garage or under the hood, the Grip Wrench is the right tool for every job. It's the muscle without the tussle. If you've ever busted a nail or a knuckle with the wrong size wrench, then the Grip Wrench is for you. The secret's the unique gripping action combined with the power of the handle that gives you the strength to open, loosen, or tighten in one easy motion. It grips without damaging the surface. Just grip, grab, and go. Left to loosen, right to tighten. Let the Grip Wrench do the work so you don't have to. It's perfect under the sink or above for fixtures and fittings. It takes the guesswork out of simple home repairs. It's a must-have in the shop, whether you're working on the car, truck, boat, or RV, and it will pay for itself over and over again. Odd-sized jobs require odd-sized wrenches. The Grip Wrench is the portable powerhouse that makes life a little easier. It's powerful enough to budge this rusty spigot, yet safe enough for this antique fixture. Call now and you'll get the Grip Wrench for only $19.99, but that's not all. We'll also include the mini Grip Wrench for smaller jobs, a $10 value, yours free. Don't let a small job slow you down. You get both wrenches for just $19.99. But call right now and we'll include the grip socket, a $20 value, absolutely free. It fits any size nut or bolt and works with any standard ratchet or drill, even metric. No tool chest should be without it. That means you get all this, a whopping $50 value, all for just $19.99. But you gotta call now. Here's how to order.
To order your Grip Wrench, call 1-800-593-9449 or send a check or money order to the address listed. So call 1-800-593-9449 and order today.
This Sunday on ESPN Classic.
Let's play some pool.
Find out how far a hustler will go.
I'm gonna win 10 grand in one night.
To get his big break.
How can I lose?
Sometimes winning it all
I'm the best there is.
means losing everything.
Everybody wants a piece of me.
Paul Newman and Jackie Gleason star in a real classic, The Hustler. This Sunday night at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific, only on ESPN Classic.
One of the things, just so our viewers will understand, when you have the ball out of bounds, you have 5 seconds to get it in play and touched by one of your players. Not just to get it in bounds, but to get it touched. So what happened was, and there's the timeouts, Notre Dame took one of their 3. On TV games, you only get 3. If the official gets to 80% of the count, which is 4, he cannot allow you to call that timeout. But that time he was only at about 3, and that's why if the viewers will watch, you see officials move their arm as they're counting the seconds.
Inbounding to Kempton, stolen by Zucker, restolen by Kempton, tied up ball, holding possession belongs to Rutgers.
Notre Dame took the ball out at the start of the second half. Well, we got an injury again right now from Kerry Kempton. He came into this game. He hasn't practiced in 5 days because he has an injury. Skip Meyer, the trainer, said to his fibia, that's a bone in the lower leg, and maybe that's what happened again because he hasn't practiced. Digger told me when we were doing the halftime tape, he said he hasn't practiced in 5 days. That's what he's been worried about because it's hurt his jumping ability. And then JoJo Buchanan has had tendonitis. He's been worried about that. And then Jimmy Dolan has been hampered by bursitis in his big toe. So Digger's worried about that. He's given all 2 of the 3 officials are getting an earful. They ought to just move away and get out of there.
Yeah, he is complaining. Here's my man down in the court, and no foul was called. He called that a jump ball.
And it's just best to move away. You know that he can't be objective about it. You know he's going to be upset about it because the rest of the season is going to hinge on the continuing progress that Timmy Kempton makes, and you might as well get away. You know he's going to be upset about it.
Kempton limps off the court. He has 14 points. Digger continues with the official.
If we get a shot, he's walking with the official all the way back to the head table with Brad Tracy, letting him know exactly how he feels about it.
So Kempton will hobble off, be attended to. And checking in for the first time for the Fighting Irish is Donald Royal. Donald, a 6'7" freshman from New Orleans, Louisiana.
Yeah, if they wanted to leave Kempton in the game, you have to be charged with a timeout. Once the trainer or the coach comes out, then you have to take him out.
Battle. John Battle. He has 19. Notre Dame's lead is down to 4.
1-2-1-1, and now they're trapping. See, they've got 2 different presses. That's the trap that they're using.
Notre Dame across the timeline. Sluby, who has not scored a point in this half, has 15.
Right. The momentum for this game has really changed, and now Notre Dame is going to have to take its time and get some good shots at that basket and not turn the ball over.
Ball is stripped to the hands of Joseph, Price by Perry, and Rutgers coming the other way.
He traveled with it.
Traveling violation called against Rutgers, so Notre Dame will get the turnover with a 4-point lead.
Well, that's not a bad call. That was the trailing official, and I give him a lot of credit because he did travel with that ball, and that was a great call.
There you see the turnovers, Notre Dame with 10 and Rutgers with 6.
Well, Notre Dame had 6 at half and Rutgers had only 4, and I was going to comment on that. That at this stage of the season, that's about where it should be. Excellent.
Joseph Price free for the shot. Yes, by Price. Price with 4, the Irish back up by 6. 10:45 left to play.
Price is not bashful, and somebody's going to have to turn on for Notre Dame.
Joe Howard the steal. Small wonder. Yes, it counts, and he's fouled by Battle.
Yep. He creates so many problems both offensively. Now, Tom Young was upset because he thought Howard made too much contact on Battle, but watch Howard go up. Kept his balance, threw the ball up on the glass, put enough spin on it that he got it. He got it to go in. Now, that's a big turnaround. The travel violation that Battle made, which meant they lost the 2 points there. Price comes down and hits, and now a chance for a 3-pointer right there. That's a 7-point turnaround.
So it is a 9-point Notre Dame lead, 50-41 with 10.5 minutes left to play.
That might be the turning point of the whole game, those last 10 or 15 seconds, because that really hurt Rutgers.
Rutgers got it down to 4. Had the crowd alive. Kempton out of the game. Dolan on the bench with 4 fouls. Cross court to Ellerby.
That's the skip pass that we've talked about over the top of the zone.
Ellerby from outside. He has 6. Notre Dame leads by 7. Howard. Good. Feed inside to Barlow from Donald Royal. The basket goes and a foul called on Steve Brown. Great assist by the freshman Donald Royal.
Boy, that is great teamwork. Watch, the ball hit his hands and he didn't even catch it. Bing, right there. He saw Barlow on the other side coming along the baseline. He knew that he had a much better angle and a much better attempt at the basket, put it in his hands, and gave him a chance for a 3-point play. Now, that's pretty unselfish, and that's not bad for a freshman.
Barlow has picked up the scoring slack of Tom Sluby and Kempton in this half. Barlow has 9 points. Notre Dame by 9. Steve Brown, Ellerby. Battle is not in the Rutgers lineup right now, so the scoring brunt, I guess, will fall on the shoulders of number 24, Brian Ellerby.
Notre Dame is zoning with Sluby and Joe Howard out front.
Bell, no. Rebound nicely. Perry back up, no. Battle on the boards. A whistle. Foul call. Donald Royal, it appears.
Well, let's take a look. Yep. So you got Joseph Price? Joseph Price with 4-0.
His second personal foul. The team's 16 foul. Rutgers also has 16 fouls. Notre Dame up by 9 with 9:12 left to play. Rutgers inbound.
You'll see, the official put the ball on the floor because nobody came to pick it up.
Brown, his first field goal. Steve Brown makes it a 52-45 game, a 7-point lead.
So you won't see that very often. If the player doesn't come to take the ball out of bounds, the official puts it on the floor and starts counting, and that's just what he did.
Donald Royal has it intercepted by Ellerby, and Rutgers coming the other way. Steve Brown on the wing. Basket goes, I believe, and a charge on Brown. Let's see if they allow
no basket.
No basket. No basket. Let's see if the ball left his hands before he crashed into Joe Howard.
Take a look now. Don't look at anything except to see when the ball leaves the hand and when he makes the contact. Look now. That's not bad. That's a good call in my book.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's a good. The Rutgers bench went absolutely insane about it, but that is a great call.
Made contact before the ball was
released. Did.
Joe Howard has given Notre Dame a lift here in the second half with a steal and a 3-point play, and then a good defensive play there. Joseph Price is rejected by Perry, but he gets it back.
Well, you can see why he's leading the team in block shots. He's a great leaper and has great timing, but many times the shot blockers also leave their feet too much and also make too many fouls because they are anxious to leave their feet.
Notre Dame in no big hurry. They have a 7-point lead with 8 minutes left to play, so they'll use some clock.
That's right. Right now they won't be. That's a good percentage shot.
Joseph Price. Price also has come along in the second half and picked up some scoring load. He has 6. And Notre Dame back up by 9 with 7:45 left to play.
When he gets hot, you better get in his face and get in his body because he's not afraid to shoot. And he's going to take that shot anytime he can because you can't get much better than that against his own. Wow, they've got him. There's the cross-court pass.
Nearly stolen. Ellerby from outside. Brian Ellerby has 8. And with 7:20 left, John Battle still on the bench. He has 2 fouls, 19 points. He's about ready to check back in, as is Jim Dolan for Notre Dame.
Right. Right about the 6-minute mark, if somebody has 4 fouls, a lot of times, unless it's getting out of hand, they'll usually get that player with 4 fouls back in around the 6-minute mark. Notre Dame's just trying to set up. They're going to take as much time as they can, see if they can break down the defense a little.
There's a break. Timeout called, an injury to Steve Brown, evidently. And Battle will come back in. And with the score, Notre Dame 54 and Rutgers 47. Let's pause for these messages.
Thinking about Viagra? It's now available in a free 6-pill sample pack.
6? That's my number.
So get in the driver's seat and ask about the free Viagra sample pack.
Get to your doctor for a checkup and find out if a free sample of Viagra is right for you.
For more information, race over to Viagra.com.
Tune into ESPN Classic Friday night at 9 Eastern for an instant classic. Georgetown and Notre Dame's 4-overtime thriller from last Saturday. See the Irish and the Hoyas battle and battle and battle in a critical Big East matchup only on ESPN Classic.
It's a day of the best action in Iowa sports history, only on ESPN Classic. Your favorite Iowa teams, your favorite Iowa players. Classic Iowa starts at 1 p.m. Eastern, noon Central, Saturday, February 23rd, only on ESPN Classic.
For the courageous New England Patriots, the forecast turned out super.
30, 25, 50.
Share the thrills with Sports Illustrated and the great new NFL Films video, The New England Patriots Super Bowl 36 Champions, on your choice of either VHS or DVD. Plus, this hardbound Sports Illustrated commemorative. This individually numbered classic captures the Patriots in championship style. Both are free with your paid subscription to Sports Illustrated. Call now for an inside look at the miraculous season of the New England Patriots, free with your paid order of 55 issues of Sports Illustrated for only $1.59 an issue. Save over 50% off the cover price. This Super Bowl football, designed exclusively for Sports Illustrated, is also free when you use your credit card. It's a super collectible you can't get anywhere else. Call now and get all three free with your choice of either VHS or DVD. This is where the action is. Sports Illustrated. Get into it.
Back at the Brendan Byrne Arena, Meadowlands Arena here in East Rutherford, New Jersey, with Notre Dame leading it by 7, 54-47.
Both teams, Harry.
Don't forget, next telecast of great independent basketball on Wednesday, 8 o'clock Eastern Time. The Fighting Irish of Notre Dame playing host to the Pittsburgh Panthers with their prolific scoring forward, Clyde Vaughn.
Both teams shooting very well. Notre Dame 10 of 13 and Rutgers 11 of 18. Barlow is 4 of 4 and Price 3 for 5.
There you see the field goal percentages. For in the second half, they have been outstanding.
Now I want to pick up the defense for Rutgers because I think they've gotten out of the zone because Notre Dame's burning too much time off the clock, and it looks like they've gone into the man-for-man.
With 6:40 left, they almost have to go to the man-to-man. I would think down by 7, Ellerby knocks it out.
Watch when Notre Dame sets up their I formation here. I see so many teams set up this play, and they set it up much too close to the sidelines, and when they try to get the ball, and if they can't, and the player comes towards the guy out of bounds, there's not enough room left for him to pass the ball in, so you've got to move far enough away to get some breathing room. They're not playing man-to-man.
It's like they're boxing one. Ellerby is on Sluby's
Ellerby going right back to it with Ellerby guarding Sluby all over the floor. And that's why Tom Sluby's running all over trying to get picks and screens.
Sluby gets the shot away. It won't go, and the rebound pulled down by Perry. Get it into the hands of Battle. He goes baseline. Won't go. Perry fighting for the board. It's picked up on the court by Bell. No. Rebound tipped out to Notre Dame. If there is a whistle. And a foul is called inside on who? On Barlow, it looks like.
And Joseph Price is walking away. Yeah, it is Joseph Price. I didn't see it, but he's walking away. Let's see what happened. Good effort by Rutgers. They've got 2 or 3 attempts right here. I guess Price went up to try to hit the ball out, and when he did, he climbed the back, and that's why the foul was made. I saw just the tail end of it when he went up with his left arm and climbed over the back of Riggins.
Eric Riggins will be at the line shooting 1-1, a freshman from Passaic Tech, Passaic, New Jersey. His high game this year, 14 against Rhode Island.
Let's see what they do now, because I was going to say I thought they weren't going to get the ball back, and I was going to say that was a very big possession, and it was, because they still have a chance, only 7 down, but there's a lot of difference, especially if Notre Dame scores right now.
Notre Dame up by 7 with 5:40 left to play. Get it into Dolan. He's got position. Foul called on Perry, and he can't believe it. Perry picks up his 3rd foul. He thought he had all ball. Let's see.
Nice pass by Joseph Price. Dolan's got the good position. Goes up. Let's see. Wow. I don't blame him. I don't blame him for being angry about that.
Arguing that call, his 3rd personal foul. Tim Kempton is checked back into Notre Dame's lineup.
See, so many times people yell and scream and boo when they see the nice legal block like that, but they don't watch the rest of the body, and that's where all the contact comes in down below. But that time he was on a side angle, didn't even come close to Jimmy Dolan's body, and he did have all of that ball. That was a great block.
Dolan, 67% free throw shooter. Doesn't get that one. Dolan with 4 points will get one more. 5.5 minutes left to play. Notre Dame up by 7. He's got 1 out of 2, and the Irish lead now is 8. Rutgers bringing it down the other way.
Notre Dame in the zone. They're matching. Just watch the players' heads on Notre Dame when they turn to see where the offensive players are running through and what areas they're going into.
Ellerby from the corner. Perfect by Ellerby, who's had a good half. Ellerby with 10 points. He had only 2 at halftime. Notre Dame back up by 6 with 5:09 left to play.
Well, you can play that matchup and play it any way you want to, because all you do is mirror the offense. Nice pass. Travel.
Kempton the miss. Comes down to Ellerby. 3-on-2 break for Rutgers. Here's Remley. He'll stop and take the jumper. In and out. Good board. Perry. No. Perry back up. Perry, yes. Good effort by Steve Perry. He has 9. 4-point Notre Dame lead with 4:39 left to play.
A lot of time left, and Rutgers is doing a good job of creating action right now. Digger's telling him, oh.
Foul called. Evidently on Battle. Battle will pick up his 3rd personal foul, and that'll send Joe Small-Wonder-Howard to the line shooting 1-on-1.
And that's just one of those ones that's completely accidental, and you're almost tempted to walk up to that official and say, I didn't mean it, because they just got their feet mixed again, and Joe Howard tripped right over him. And again, as I've said so many times before, you have to protect the man with the ball, and that's what happened right there. I was anxious to see Digger was yelling something at Joe Howard. I think he was going to go into a 4-corner and try to spread it out a little bit.
Looked like it. Howard has 5 points, all of them in this half. He has been instrumental in Notre Dame keeping the lead here in the second half as Tom Young shouts out instructions to his 5. And Joe will get one more. He has 5 points. Knocked that one, and Perry, who's been awesome on the boards in this half, comes down with another one for Rutgers. 5-point Irish lead, 4:20 to play.
Big possession for Rutgers.
They get it into Perry, but he misses, and he's fouled by Barlow, I believe. Barlow looked like he pushed Perry off. And Ken is going to pick up his 3rd personal foul.
So many times you've got to get players to flash into the middle of that zone, into the creases, and that's what they did. They made the bounce pass right in there to Perry. Boy, he went to meet the ball beautifully, turned around, missed the shot, but as Barlow went in for the rebound, he got the arm on him and pushed him right out of the way.
Perry has 9 points. It is hard to believe that this man is averaging just 4.3 points per game.
It is. It's just a case, I guess, Harry, when you've got a guard-oriented basketball team that he probably doesn't handle the ball that much, and when you don't put it up there, you kind of lose confidence. You miss one and you figure, oh my gosh, but those were 2 big free throws because they're still only 4 down with a lot of time left.
4:05 left to play.
They're going to spread it out now. Notre Dame's going to spread it out. Tim Kempton's going to play on the high post as the release man. They're in a 1-2-2 plan. They're going to force Rutgers to come out of their zone and play man-to-man. But they're putting Tom Sluby on the top of the key right now and let him work one-on-one. They'll get him the ball if they can. Now Kempton replaced him.
Tim Kempton back. Bell on him, Dolan with Remley on him, Howard with Battle on his numbers. 3:30 and counting, and Notre Dame up by 4.
And sometimes people will wonder why Digger will let those big people come out. Years ago, he and, well, keep going, Harry, I'll get it.
Sluby, no, and the rebound grabbed by Bell, and a foul called on Dolan, and he is out of the game. That's 5 on Jim Dolan.
Let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at the shot. There's the shot of the miss. Let's see if we can see Dolan. Well, I'd have to see that again. Not that I'm going to spend the night second-guessing the officiating, but, boy, he didn't climb anybody's back, and that's a tough way to wind up on the bench with your 5th foul. What I was going to say is sometime a couple of years ago, in a stall game, Digger took his forwards, you may remember, and he took the big forwards against DePaul, I think, and brought them out. He called it what he called it was the inversion, and he took the big men and put them out at the 10-second line and let them run the stall and put the little guards in the corners, which most teams won't do, and it worked very effectively. Now, he isn't going to let Kempton handle the ball too often, but he can do it with a Barlow, and he can do it with a Jimmy Dolan, and I was wondering if that's what he was trying to do on that last sequence.
Darren Campbell coming in for the first time for Tom Young and the Scarlet Knights. He is a freshman from Washington, D.C. And Perry is shooting 1-1. Perry with 10 points. He has a career-high 11 now and will get one more. He has been a major factor in this second half.
The one thing we have to realize now is on the next change of possession, on the change of the jump ball situations, it is Notre Dame's possession on the alternating possessions.
Steve Brown back in, the freshman from Trenton, New Jersey. Trenton Player of the Year last year. He's got a dozen. We have 3:17 left to play in the game. It's Notre Dame 56 and Rutgers 53, and we'll pause for these messages.
How would you like to be able to get any stain off of virtually any surface, guaranteed? Introducing the new Zap Total Restoration Kit. Professional strength restorers, each specially formulated to restore surfaces back like new. Think that ink stain has ruined your expensive Corian countertop? Don't replace it, Zap it. Zap even works on impossible stains like hard water and rust. Cleaners only work on surface dirt, but Zap concentrated restorers penetrate deep down, restoring surfaces back like new. Zap is as easy as 1, 2, 3. On tile and grout, just spray it on, let it sit, and wipe it off. On vinyl and linoleum floors, just spray it on, let it sit, and wipe it off. Hard water stains on glass shower doors, spray it on, let it sit, and wipe it off. Watch as we use Zap on this old brass fixture. In just seconds, it's restored like new. Not even dried-on black permanent marker can stand up to professional strength Zap. Zap restorers are so effective, they're guaranteed to remove any stain from any of these surfaces or your money back.
With the Zap kit, I was able to restore all of the surfaces in my home. If I had to call in a professional, it would have cost over $10,000. I am amazed with the Zap products.
It would cost over $30,000 to replace all the surfaces you've seen restored in this commercial. But why replace it when you can restore it with the Zap Total Restoration Kit, all for only $19.95? Call now and we'll upgrade your kit to include a free sprayer attachment, 2 industrial Zap pads, a free bottle of Zap Colored Grout Restorer, plus a free bottle of Zap Wood Restorer. It's safe for any wood, any finish, even priceless antiques. But that's not all. Call in the next 5 minutes and we'll supersize your entire order. That's 50% more Zap absolutely free. Operators are standing by, so call the toll-free number or send check or money order to Zap Restoration Kit, Box 1234, Northridge, California, 91328. Remember, call in the next 5 minutes to get 50% more Zap absolutely free. Call now.
High-flying, in-your-face jams. Bone-jarring rejections. From the makers of Michael Jordan to the Max comes Slam from the Streets. It's all the best passes, shots, and dunks to come off the playground, period. It's the best of street ball superstars working the blacktop. Slam from the Street features summer leagues and invitational tournaments from the hottest basketball cities. New York, Brooklyn, Chicago, and Philly, where NBA players get all their moves. Slam from the Street also highlights the hardcore action and the best moves of the cream of the crop players from America's playgrounds. And you'll hear commentaries from these asphalt gods. Working material may be offensive for kids under 16.
Take them damn call away once they put it in the book. He gonna hear my mouth stop, and I'm gonna keep on playing. I can beef as long as I'm playing, and I keep playing.
When you're hot, you're hot. When you're hot, you're hot.
The NBA may be awesome, but they only mimic the moves they see on the playground. Slam from the Street shows that street ballers can throw down a nasty slam as good as any of the pros. You'll never see this kind of action in the NBA. Now, it's time for the guys with the NBA game, but none of the world fame, to show their stuff. On the streets, playground leagues and rap reign supreme. Slam from the Street is set to the hottest hip-hop tracks around, delivering a high-energy, action-packed video of the most jamming street ball moves in the world. If you love basketball, if you love hip-hop, if you love attitude, you gotta get Slam from the Street.
Street ball is nasty. It's like whatever goes. You ain't got no game. There ain't no need coming to court.
Call now and you'll receive the hit video or DVD Slam from the Street for only $19.95. You can pay by using your checking account over the phone. We're so sure you'll love Slam from the Street that we're offering a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not completely satisfied, just return it for a full refund of the purchase price. No questions asked. Get ready to hang with the toughest ball players around. It's the best footage from the pavement, and it's all on one tape. So pick up the phone to get Slam from the Street. Call now.
Before this year's Daytona 500, celebrate the life of Dale Earnhardt on ESPN Classic.
The faster he could go, the better he seemed to enjoy it.
From Intimidator
You want to see what you're made of.
to Family Man,
He was a sentimental fool.
discover the real Man in Black.
He literally had no fear.
Dale Earnhardt, Sports Century, 8 p.m. Friday on ESPN Classic.
Well, we have a 2-point Notre Dame lead with 3:17 left. Notre Dame will have the ball.
The one thing we want to comment, and people will say, well, my gosh, what has Rutgers done in the last 17 minutes? Two things. Sluby does not have one single point. He had 15 in the first half. Kempton had 12. Tim Kempton has only 2 points. So between the two of them, they have absolutely closed them down, and that's the difference.
Probably the defense of Tom Young, a box and one with Ellerby on the numbers of Tom Sluby.
And he's gone much more to that in the second half, and that's one of the reasons.
Joe Howard, Brown on him. Ellerby is right on Sluby's numbers.
And they're playing man-to-man. The whole Rutgers team just guarding man-to-man. Notre Dame's looking for the back door so that they can get that lay-in right underneath. That's the only thing they want right now.
Joseph Price right around Darren Campbell, and Campbell commits the foul, so Price will go to the line shooting 1-1.
And here are the changes.
John Battle and Remley checking back in.
Because they're going on offense now. They're taking out the defensive players.
Well, in the first half, Notre Dame had 19 rebounds to Rutgers 7. Look at the difference in the second half. Kempton has been out a lot. Dolan's been in foul trouble, and that's the answer for that. And also a superb job on the boards by Steve Perry.
You don't win as many games as Tom Young has won over the years and not know what you're doing.
Barlow, a big offensive board.
That's about the fourth one of those tonight that Notre Dame has gotten.
Kempton is hurt again. Kempton goes down on one knee. He is hurt.
And he's going to have to go out again now, or else Notre Dame is going to have to take a timeout. I started to mention that before. That's why all the players who are hurt, once the trainer or the coach comes out, you take that player out or it's a charged timeout.
Campbell back in the game, replacing Chris Remley and John Battle.
Kempton also has some blood on his eye. He evidently caught an errant elbow, the right eye. Bigger back to the bench.
Well, I want to tell you now, Tom Young is telling him about a time. That's a time. That's what he's saying. That's got to be a charged timeout.
Well, evidently it's not.
Oh, I can't believe that. That's in the rule book. I want to tell you. Tom Young is
he's
really
beside himself. I thought.
I'll go to my rule experts in the next game. I'll tell you about that.
Ball stripped right out of the hands of Kempton by Brown. Brown to Ellerby. Great block by Sluby. They're going to call a foul on Sluby, and Ellerby will be shooting two. Sluby's fourth foul.
See what happened? He turned his back. Kempton did now. That was at the other end. You knew that Sluby was not going to give him a lay-in. He was going to go up and hit him as hard as he could without trying to injure him, obviously. But the one thing he wanted to do was make sure that he did not get that ball in the basket. He was going to force him to the line to shoot two. And Ellerby, as you said earlier, is a 71% shooter. He was 29 of 41 coming in here.
Ellerby could tie this fray up with 2:30 left to play.
We've said it so many times, it's going to boil down to two things. Which of these two teams executes better in the last 2 minutes and 30 seconds and protects the ball, keeps their poise, doesn't turn it over, and which of the two hits at the free throw line?
Notre Dame's lead is 1 as Sluby gets a tough rebound. Ellerby 1 out of 2 has 11 points. The Irish with a 1-point lead in the ball.
Now you've got to keep your dribble. In this situation, you cannot pick up your dribble. If the guy takes his dribble, you got to come to him and help him so that you don't get the 5-second count.
Brown picks up the foul, and Joe Howard will come to the line shooting 1 of 1. Many have asked Jim during the course of our Notre Dame telecast the reason for the black bands on the jerseys.
Yeah, the black bands on the jerseys are in memory of Gene Paskett, who was the football trainer at the university for many, many years. And even though he was strictly assigned to football and Skip Meyer as the basketball trainer, Digger and Gene Paskett had a special relationship. You see the band on the left shoulder right there of Joe Howard.
Yes, by Joe Howard. He has had a fine second half. Howard with 6 points, all of them in this half.
We can keep that angle. If we can keep that camera angle, watch the player that's replacing Joseph Price now, Donald Royal. Notre Dame does this so effectively. They take that man that's standing next to the free throw shooter, and he goes around and sneaks in behind. See if he does it, see?
He did it, but Joe Howard made it unnecessary, and small wonder puts the Irish up by 3 with 2:10 left to play.
Still a big possession. They have got to take a good shot and not panic right now. They still have 2 minutes to play.
Battle. John Battle has 21.
And a timeout.
Time called by Rutgers. And with the score, Notre Dame 58. Rutgers 57. Let's pause for this message from your local station.
Her scent led me into the desert. I can't believe this is really happening. She can't resist my touch. I love you. Together we dance, alone in the wilderness. Yes. I am a glorious man.
special announcement from the American Property Network. You can buy cars for as low as $29 per month. Choose from thousands of cars repossessed and seized by the U.S. Marshal, IRS, FBI, and private organizations. Call 1-800-370-2060. Foreclosed homes and distressed property selling for as low as $199 per month. Call 1-800-370-2060. For current auction listings, call 1-800-370-2060. Call toll-free.
I love this event.
You know, Teddy, I wish I was an Olympic ski jumper.
In-run position looks good. Very strong, direct, quick to the ski. Let's see how high it is. It's very high, maybe too high.
On second thought, supplying the computers and servers for the Winter Games is cool enough.
The bow. Resistance becomes strength, becomes power. The power to change and reshape your entire body. This is Bowflex, an entire gem-in-one easy-to-use machine. So powerful, it delivers over 60 health club quality exercises with up to 410 pounds of resistance in any room in your home. Strength training with Bowflex is so effective that we guarantee you'll get the results you want in 6 weeks or less. One simple workout. 20 minutes a day, 3 days a week. Bowflex is real. The results are real. And you can own one with no money down and payments as low as $33 per month. Call right now for a free video and brochure. Bowflex, the power is yours.
58-57, the Irish by one with 1:58 left here at the Meadowlands. We're going to the wire. Notre Dame will have the ball. Tom Sluby, who has 15 points, still has 15. He had 15 at halftime, and they're working on Tim Kempton. Kempton also has just 2 this half for a total of 14. He had 12 at halftime.
Well, I said that's the bone in the lower leg, the fibula, and that's obviously what it, you know, it's not only a concern for the last minute and 58 seconds of this game, but with the DePaul game coming up on Saturday, with Kempton not available and maybe JoJo Buchanan still hurting a little bit, and Sluby now with a little bit of a problem, that's not a big plus for Notre Dame. Good timeout by Rutgers because they're coming out in that full court 1-2-1-1, and they're going to trap the ball.
Get the ball into the hands of Small Wonder, and he is fouled by Ellerby. Ellerby getting his 3rd foul, and Joe Howard has had a great second half for Notre Dame to keep them ahead.
That's twice that Ellerby has done that, and he just has gotten himself in the wrong position. He hasn't got close enough to the baseline. You don't want to let that guy run down that baseline on you or dribble down that baseline unless you're able to trap him there. Then you want to get him there, but otherwise you want to force him back into the middle of the floor to where you can get some help for a trap.
Joe Howard with 8 points. All of them in this half. Will get one more. He has 6 for 8 from the free throw line.
Now, if you don't think free throw shooting is important, I want to tell you, not many baskets being scored in the last 3 or 4 minutes of this game because they're just taking turns going to the free throw. That's a travel.
A lot of contact, no calls, a 2-point Notre Dame lead with 1:48 left. Rutgers with the ball.
I want to tell you, Harry, when you fall to the floor with the ball, it's an automatic travel, and that's why Digger got upset. Oh, the mismatch underneath with Howard. Oh, see, he just switched around. They called timeout.
Timeout called by Rutgers. They have 1 remaining. The executive producer of great independent basketball is Leonard Klompus. Tonight's game has been produced by Skip Desjardins, directed by Gary Klepp. The coordinating producer, Paul Carlson. Associate producer, Marcia Turner. Production facility supplied by Cruise Unlimited, Crestwood, Kentucky.
In and out. Good. Keep the victim calm. 1 and 2 and 3.
Okay, there you go. It's over 130 channels, sports, news, entertainment, even your local channels, and it's only $39.99 a month.
Just $39.99 a month. Over 130 channels of DirecTV programming, even your local ones. Now get a DirecTV system for $49 or less, installed.
So it was the digital music that...
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a coach,
This time I want to see 3 things.
a teacher, a friend.
You know, what are we trying to make this kid's life impossible?
He's the White Shadow, the classic series now only on ESPN Classic.
What I hear, you guys need a basketball coach real bad.
This old school pro turned coach shows these inner city high school kids what life's really about. Nobody said it'd be easy, but Ken Howard is
Like a white shadow.
the White Shadow, weekdays at 10, only on ESPN Classic.
Your body is an incredible assemblage of curves. So if you're still sleeping on a flat bed, call toll-free to get free facts by mail about the affordable bed specially designed to support your curves, the Craftmatic Model 2 adjustable bed. This technologically advanced bed adjusts to all these relaxing positions at the touch of a button. You can read, watch TV, surf the net, and sleep like a baby in the body-supporting positions of your choice. Plus, it offers optional warm, soothing heat and incredibly relaxing built-in massage. Yet the Model 2 costs up to 56% less than all these quality flatbeds. Up to 56% less. Don't pay more to remain flat. Call toll-free to get complete free facts by mail about the adjustable bed that costs up to 56% less.
Call 1-800-883-5995 toll-free. That's 1-800-883-5995. Call toll-free 1-800-883-5995.
Here at the Meadowlands Arena with 1:31 left to play. Notre Dame leading by 2. Notre Dame led by 8 at the half.
That's a good timeout right there by Tom Young. He took it. They looked over to see what he wanted to do. And it's no use letting them throw up a shot that you don't want, turning the ball over, because now Notre Dame comes down. They're in much, much better position with only 1:31. They've got to get the kind of a shot that they want right now, plus the fact it gives him a chance, Harry, to tell if we miss the shot, here's what we have to do. If we make the shot, this is the kind of a defense we're going to play. Either we're going to go full court, or we're going to drop back, or we're going to play that zone or the box and one. And at the same time, that's a free one for Digger, and it gives him the chance to decide what he's going to do from the Notre Dame standpoint, both if they score or if they miss. Looks like they're going to zone on the out of bounds. All the hands are up in the air, and it looks like they're going to try to force him to take the shot from the perimeter.
Now that shot will probably be taken by number 10, John Battle. He has 21. Battle puts it up. No. Perry the board. Back up. No. Rebound tipped out by Slooby, but Ellerby has it. With 1:13 left.
That's what you call keeping the ball alive. That's very good. Notre Dame sees Barlow is now they're playing a man-to-man. Playing a man-to-man, they ought to get it in Battle's hands. He's got it.
Battle is fouled by Barlow. Barlow picking up his 4th personal foul, and Battle will come to the line. He'll be shooting 2.
That's the man you want to have it now, because they said he can get a shot off against anybody, anywhere. Look at the leaping ability right there. Right over Kenny Barlow, and Kenny Barlow is at, what, 6'10". That's not bad for a matchup, but he got up high enough to try to get the ball at the basket, but also to make sure he got fouled and gets the 2 shots.
Battle, a 69% free throw shooter, has 21 points. Now a 1-point Notre Dame lead. Battle can tie it.
Now let's see if he makes this one, whether they go into that full court pressure again or whether they drop back.
We are tied at 59 with 59 seconds left. Brown comes in. Battle goes out.
That's a good defensive change right there. A good defensive change.
Last tie in this game was at 10-10, and now it's 59-59 with 57 seconds left.
Now they'll fall back. You don't want to foul. That's what Tom Young is telling them. Get back, try to force him to shoot from outside.
Digger going to call a timeout on this possession.
He's bringing them out. He wants them to come all the way out and set up the 4-quarter.
Last shot.
Right, force them to come out. If he doesn't like what he sees, he'll get a timeout at 25 seconds or so. I still think when you've got a situation like that, you want to get that first timeout with enough time left that you can set it up again if things don't go the way you want it to.
Digger shouting instructions, 22 seconds, tied at 59 here at the Meadowlands.
Looks like he might let it go. Now he wants
a timeout. Nobody sees him. Finally, JoJo Buchanan does, and time is called with 13 seconds remaining. Tied at 59. Notre Dame will go for the last shot, try to win it in regulation. If they don't get it, Then we go OT, and speaking of overtime, there's a team that's played an inordinate number of overtime games this year. We had them earlier against Marquette. The Wake Forest Demon Deacons, 5 overtime games. They won all 5. I like that.
We talked about it earlier today. Interesting substitution. First of all, Peter Gillen, just one of the Notre Dame assistant coaches, just left the huddle, went right over to the official and said, where are we getting the ball out of bounds? Because that's what you have to know, first of all. Secondly, an interesting substitution because Tim Kempton took the ice pack off his leg, took the tape off, and he has gone back into the game. I think I see Joseph Price sitting there because he's also an excellent outside shooter, and he's been streaky in this half. So I think Digger's got the kind of personnel in there right now that if you were to say to me, which player is going to take that last shot, I really believe in what Digger says most of the time. I don't care who takes that shot. We'll put a player in the best position we can put him, let him take the shot with about 4 seconds left. Some people think about 6 or 7, but sometimes I think if you miss that shot, Harry, with 6 or 7 and 5 seconds are left and the other team gets it and can call a timeout, you're giving them too much time. Now what Rutgers wants to do is guard the basket, guard that basket and force Notre Dame to take the pass back towards the 10-second line to burn a few seconds off the clock. That's good. That's good.
Ball tipped away by Ellerby and stolen on a brilliant defensive play by Ellerby, and Rutgers calls time with 8 seconds remaining. Brian Ellerby, the best defensive player on the Rutgers team, picked his gem of a defensive play for the very end. Watch it.
Now, see what happened was they blocked everybody else out and it left only one man available to take the inbounds pass, and that was Tim Kempton. Now, that's not real bad from Notre Dame's standpoint, but he didn't know Ellerby was right behind him. He's their best defensive player. He has great right hands, and he just happened to be in the right position at the right time. I can't say that you can blame Tim Kempton for that, because he came right in behind him and just flipped the ball out, but then had the great instinct to leap out of bounds to get the ball and throw it back in to a Rutgers player before he was out of bounds.
Ellerby, who had just 2 points at halftime, has 11 now, plus his defense on Tom Sluby on the box and one has held Sluby scoreless here in the second half. Sluby had 15 at halftime. Makes a key steal there. Now, Notre Dame's got to think that John Battle will take the shot, so they'll watch him very carefully. To me, it wouldn't be a surprise if Ellerby doesn't take the last shot.
Now, what Notre Dame wants to do now is push them away from the basket. They're way down here, about 80 feet or so from their basket. You don't want to let them throw it into the front court. You want to push them away from the basket. Don't put them on the foul line. See, they aren't even guarding the man out of bounds. Now, wait, somebody's got to protect that basket here. Oh, gosh, Tom Sluby just went back. See, force them to throw the ball back court towards their own basket. That's good. Now, see, they've got their... Now,
here's Remley.
Get it in Battle's hands. They've got... Oh,
Remley from outside. Yes! 1 second left. Notre Dame calls time, but Remley, who had just 2 points, puts in a 18-footer, and Rutgers has taken a 61-59 lead. They're going to add 1 more second to the clock, so Notre Dame will have 2 seconds in which to try to pull a miracle and tie this game. Remley, who didn't take 1 shot in the first half, in the game he's taken maybe 3 or 4, puts Rutgers in front.
Well, I've got it right here in my notes that he is an excellent outside shooter. Let's take a look at it. There's a great thing for Notre Dame. Now, he has his back to the basket. Now, he turned, had the presence to get it up. That's a good pass right there. I thought he was going to look for John Battle, because, look, there's still 4 seconds on the clock. He stopped, he squared himself up, and I give the young man credit, because a lot of times, Harry, you've seen it, people play out of control under those circumstances. They panic, don't tend to get themselves squared away and get a good shot, but he did. Now, what does Notre Dame have to do? Well, with 1 second left, it's obvious they have to put somebody in it. The thing that hurts the most is when Digger works on something like this in practice, he puts Jimmy Dolan out of bounds. He is so strong that I've seen him, without stepping, take the ball over his head and throw it 94 feet. Dolan is out of the game. I'm anxious to see whom Digger will put there to throw it in. Now,
Kempton,
Two
maybe?
things can happen with Rutgers. They can put their tallest man on the Notre Dame guy out of bounds, jump up and down in front of him to impede his getting the ball in, or they can leave that guy completely alone because he can run the baseline now. It was after a basket, so he can run. See John Bowen, who is very strong, is going to throw the ball in. Now look at the setup. We get the full court shot if we can. Not that, if we can get a full court shot to see what's going to happen.
Ball blocked by Mike Brown on the out of bounds.
That's it. Don't get the out of bounds play if we can. If we can get the Notre Dame players down at the other end of the court, we'll be able to see how they've got in position. Sluby's at the 10-second line, and Barlow and Price are down at the other end.
Ball tipped by Battle. Game is over. Rutgers has upset Notre Dame here at the Meadowlands by a score of 61-59 on a last-second shot by Remley. Along with Jim Gibbons, Harry Callis from the Brendan Byrne Arena in the Meadowlands in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Thanks for watching. Once again, the final score,